Hi, I'm Dia Mirza and I'd like to welcome you to my home. Sahil and I recently decided to renovate our home. I started thinking about the many things that I've always wanted to do but I hadn't done earlier to make our lives a little more sustainable. I'm going to walk you through some of them. Come along. So I sit here for hours thinking about how much pride and joy it gives me that in my own small way I can contribute to keeping our birds alive. You know, for a long time people were alarmed by the fact that they didn't see sparrows in the city anymore. The sparrow population was dwindling. But today I think thanks to neighborhoods and families and homes that offer not just bird feeders but water during the summer, it has helped rejuvenate the sparrow population. You know you're living closer to nature than you thought you were, and in an urban jungle, it's always important and nice to have some form of wildlife. So this is one of my favorite spots in the world, and this is why feeding birds naturally is so important. So this is another slice of my heaven. More plants here, of course, that feed the birds with their fruits, their berries, their flowers, and we have a water holder there for birds. If you actually put your finger in that water, it will be cold, like cool, because it's hanging in a mitti ka urli. If you sit here quietly long enough, you'll actually spot quite a few butterflies and bees. And sunbirds as well. So we've made a lot of use of existing furniture, pieces that we had already, but we also refurbished old wood and made it into new furniture. So one of the things that Sahil and I got made together was this dinner wagon. It's made with wood that was used in old doors that had no use, and then we actually sat down ourselves and painted it and polished the paint off, so gave it that distressed look. I just feel happy that we could make use of wood that was abandoned, unused, put it to effective use and make something beautiful out of it. So this is what I travel to work with. I essentially carry glass bottles to work because nothing bothers me more than seeing people use and throw those plastic bottles. We can really bring down our plastic consumption if we make this choice of switching from plastic bottles to glass bottles. What we have done at home is replaced all plastic containers with glass. We use good old ceramic jars. The other thing that we also do is when we buy any product which is stored in a glass bottle, we try and recycle it, we reuse it. But since we're in the kitchen and we're talking about recycling and we're talking about reducing our plastic consumption, I want to share with you one very, very important aspect of living sustainably. And that is waste management. We all know how bad plastic is for the environment. We also know how bad and lethal it can be to combine waste together. So let me show you how we segregate our waste and we keep it. The first thing that I want to share with you is that we do not use those black plastic waste garbage bags. So we line our dry waste bin with newspaper, and all the dry waste goes into this bin, and the wet waste bin is always with a lid, so it keeps the stench out, and all the kitchen waste, the wet waste, goes into this bin. And when it's collected by the society, it's collected in two separate bins. The wet waste goes straight into a compost pit that we've made in the society, so we actually get fresh fertilizer, our own compost for our plants and our greenery, and the dry waste is what the BMC collects. One of the most important parts about, I think, living sustainably as a society and as a building a co-op is finding solutions in how we manage our water. One of the things that used to really bother me was how much water would get wasted by the overflow of the tanks, and it would break my heart. So what we did was we got these automation systems placed in the tanks. So these lights are what come on when the tank is full, indicating that we need to turn off the tap. Other thing that we do as a society is that we allow people to use only one bucket of water to clean their cars. So there's no hose pipe given to people where they can just, like in the movies, wash their cars. I lost my pet dog, Sultan, 2 years ago. I didn't want to let go of his ashes. So I bought this big pot and I immersed his ashes in the pot, and we grew this beautiful bougainvillea that has been thriving since, and every time I see the plant, it reminds me of my Sultan, and I know that in his own way he's still alive. There are many ways to live sustainably. I hope that some of the insights that we've received today will help you discover some ways that you can live more sustainably. It's easy. It's easy if we choose to bring life alive.